I will not meander in the halls of mediocrity. I choose rather to soar to the heights of excellence in every area of my life. Very good, Mr. Woodson. Now, repeat after me. I will go to college, and become the President of the United States. And become the President of the United States.
Okay, this is what I got so far.
Good morning, America. I greet you with the spirit of gratitude
What's he up to?
and anticipation
He's practicing his
and what I
inaugural
hope to
address
accomplish with you these
for
next
tomorrow.
4 years.
Oh, all right. Keep an eye on him.
I'd like to thank my
Will do.
family, my
I'll take some notes.
ancestors, my friends, every teacher, every lesson. I'd also like to thank you, America. We went through a hellish year as a country, but I hope we learned some lessons from it. If nothing else, 2020 and the last 4 years, in fact, revealed to us who we are, who we aren't, and who we need to be as a country in order to move forward as a nation.
That's good. That's good.
Thank you for those that voted for me. Blessings are sometimes disguised. I hope you'll see past my method and see the heart and love for this country that motivated it. To every doctor, nurse, healthcare worker, I bow to you. You have carried this nation on your back this past year, sacrificing your health, time with your loved ones. You've worked overtime and then worked even more after that.
Preach!
You've kept us alive. You've kept us breathing. On behalf of the country, we cannot thank you enough. To the non-medical but still just as essential workers, I bow to you as well. Through a deadly invisible force, you got up, masked up, and kept us fed. You stocked shelves, you gave rides, you delivered food, you delivered packages, and kept the necessities of daily life available through uncertain times.
This is really good.
To the peaceful protesters who demonstrated, to those at home who made calls and started online petitions, to those that mobilized in the streets to lead marches, I commend you for putting on display for the entire world what freedom and the desire for justice looks like.
Yes.
America isn't done. We are just getting started.
That's my president. Okay.
I remember coming home from college, my very first semester, and I walked into the house, new facial hair, chest puffed out, feeling real grown. My grandmother was in the kitchen, and I said, "Hey, Grandma, home for the holidays?" And my grandma looked at me, and she said,
What'd she say?
"Garbage go out tomorrow."
Granny, no.
You see, my grandmother, she wasn't big on accolades. She was big on accountability.
Come on.
To everybody who wants a more just country, I'm accountable to you. Black folks, this isn't one of those things where because I'm black, you feel like you got to take it easy on me and not be so critical. Nah, I know how we do. If I'm on point, dap me up. If I'm falling off, light me up. Get at me. It's all love. To the people who have flooded my physical and digital mailboxes with hate and threats on my life, I want to thank you too. It reaffirms why I'm here. You go low, I'll be high. Hey.
I like that part. Won't he do it?
With that said, we have a lot to do. Because in the words of my late grandmother, a child of the greatest generation, garbage goes out tomorrow.
Garbage go out tomorrow.
Take it out.
We don't have time to deny climate change anymore. Garbage goes out tomorrow. We don't have time to undermine our public health in the name of false pride.
Garbage go out tomorrow.
We don't have time to act like we have time for another 50 years of treating the cancer of racial disparities with Tylenol solutions. Garbage goes out tomorrow. We can't stomach another Breonna Taylor tragedy while those responsible remain free and shielded by a damn qualified immunity. Garbage got to go out tomorrow. We can't afford the cost of living to climb while the wages stay stagnant. I'm glad some of y'all got job security. I'm glad some of y'all got your health care. I'm glad some of y'all aren't worried about how to feed your families or how to send your kids to school or that you didn't end up in the hospital because of COVID. But a lot of Americans, for them, the situation is dire. Folks are struggling to pay the rent, to feed their kids, without bringing home a deadly disease. America, let's get the stench of denial out of our country's kitchen. Let's finally rid ourselves of the old, rotted, putrid hypocrisy we've let pile up in this nation that benefits a few while robbing the many. We can puff out our chest about how great we are while also doing the inconvenient work of throwing out what takes away from that greatness. My granddaddy was a sanitation worker. Dr. King was assassinated in Memphis fighting for the rights of sanitation workers. America, garbage goes out tomorrow.
Take this trash out.
And when my grandmother said that, she didn't mean do it tomorrow. She meant do it now.
Do it right now, baby.
Don't wait for tomorrow. Set the garbage out tonight. Set it out today. Let the desired outcomes of tomorrow be present in your efforts today.
Let me run around this room.
Let's make room for a better nation, America. This is President Landon G. Woodson, a.k.a. BlackPrezi, a.k.a. Young Commander-in-Chief, a.k.a. 46, a.k.a. at Where is Landon, a.k.a. coming to a city near you. Holla at me. Peace.
Nigga.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. We'll be right. Stay tuned.
Hey BlackPrezi fam. I hope you're enjoying episode 3. My name is Alyssa Manners. I'm creator of Two Things. You can find me on Instagram at ListenTWOThings, as well as my website, ListenTWOThings.com, for all of the shenanigans that come with everyday life. I wanted to take a moment and remind us that while we're in the middle of a pandemic, while we're in the middle of a racial war, while we're in the middle of economic crisis, that there's no more important time than right now to exhibit self-care. And self-care manifests in all sorts of ways, but particularly, let's be reminded that self-care is also being selfish. Being selfish is in fact a form of self-care. Telling people no because you just don't have it is a form of self-care. Saying enough is enough is a form of self-care. And so while you find yourself at home, maybe in a relationship, maybe it's complicated, or maybe single, remember to put yourself first. And above all, reminding yourself that you are super bomb and you deserve so many wonderful things. But first, you have to be wonderful to yourself. Stay safe and enjoy the rest of the episode.
Hey, what up, y'all? This is Landon. Y'all just heard my bomb-ass fellow Aquarian sister, Alyssa Manners, speak. But I want to follow up by speaking about another beautiful, badass Aquarian sister, Megan Pete, also known as Meg the Stallion. My heart goes out to you, sister. I was horrified when I found out about the situation you endured, and even more incensed at some of the hateful and insensitive remarks that people were making about the incident. You were right to quote Brother Malcolm, "The most disrespected person in America is the black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman." Those sentiments were true then, and they're true now. I'm against violence in general, but especially violence against women being perpetrated by men, and I'm against people who try to excuse the people responsible for the abuse or cast blame on the victims for the abuse. With that said, let's respect our sisters, let's love our sisters, and let's be open about really hearing our sisters when they speak, and not just with our ears but with our hearts as well. And I say that as a man who is definitely a work in progress in that area. But we love you, Meg. We wish you healing, prosperity, peace, and abundance. Boom, boom. Thank you. Boom, boom. You still here. Boom, boom. Back to the show now. Boom, boom. Back to the show.
And as a black man, I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to feel comfortable leading the country from a place called the White House. That's going to mess my vibe up.
Landon.
I'm aligned right now, okay? My instincts are telling me no. I was an unconventional candidate, and I'm going to be an unconventional president.
Make no mistake. Illegitimate President-elect Landon Woodson is a thief, a fraud of the highest degree.
Where in the hell do you think you're going to lead the country from?
Why not right here? What's wrong with Passaic? I want to stay close to the people, Joe. I want the people to see me jogging in the morning, getting groceries at ShopRite, going to games at the high school, you know? Hey, you might even see me at Dollar Tree. You know my unemployment still ain't came through.
I don't know how you get to be the black president without getting any black votes, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you talking that reparation shit, but, you know, the jury's still out as far as I'm concerned. I mean, you know, this nigga could be anybody.
Then you must not want to be president, honey, because what you talking about is a goddamn mayor, not the president of the United States.
The United States must impeach Landon Woodson. Sign our petition at change.org. We're already at 500,000 signatures. Let's make it 1 million. This is not about race. This is about the fact that when you steal something from people, it's not really yours to have. He's not my president. He's not America's president.
I just feel like with 45 just getting out of there, that place needs to air out for a little bit. All that white nationalist, Cheeto, Twitter fingers, and cheeseburger energy is still in there.
I just died.
Matter of fact, here's what I'll do. Tell them I want all the windows open for the next week. Just letting that place air out. Then we'll get in there with some sage, some Palo Santo, some holy oil, 5 sisters blocks, and do a good clearing. And then sometime that first week of Black History Month, I'll officially move in. Kind of. Deal?
You are such a host.
You just now realizing that?
Shh. The Lord is a God who avenges. Oh God who avenges, shine forth. Shh.
I don't know what the country gonna do with you.
Look, I'm like Sister Girl. They better sit their ass down somewhere and be glad I'm looking for equality and not revenge.
Fell out my seat.
Seriously, man, you know, and I don't want you to think it's the weed talking. All right, you made me head of security of the president, man. I don't think you understand what that is for me, man. You could have done anything, you know. You could have just said, you know, let Sharod just be my friend. See you later, brother, you know. But you gave me an opportunity, something to feed my family, man. And
How's the family doing? How's Texas?
it's actually pretty difficult down there right now. You know, my uncle, he's a pastor, and you know, they still working down there, and you know, they're very irresponsible actually with the mask and stuff. And he did about 9 or 10 funerals, and come to find out he caught COVID. You know, and so they got him in isolation at the house. He can only see my cousins through the glass window. It's very sad, man, because you know my little cousin, he's special needs and he loves his father. You know, my uncle, you know, he loves his son. You know, and it's very difficult emotionally to be such a people person and be isolated. You know, my other cousin's upstairs. She just had heart transfer. You know, transplant. I'm sorry, and you know, it's just a difficult task right now. But you have blessed me. Thank you.
Well, brother, I mean, first off, man, I just plead the spirit of healing over your entire family. I know it's a crazy time, but we serve a great God. And this administration is gonna make sure that we kick this thing's ass, man. I'm through with this COVID, baby.
Yeah, man, you right, man. Hold on, watch your back. All right, see, I got still doing my job. But no, man, talk to me, man. You know, I'm gonna ask you, man. You always asking about me, man. You always caring about what's going on with my family and my life, man. What about you, man? You know, how do you feel, man?
I just feel like, you know, I talked a lot of shit, but now I gotta back it up. I'm gonna need a lot of help. And as a man, that's been a hard thing for me to do in the past.
Yeah.
But there's no way I can do this job without help.
Yeah.
And prayer and faith that it's gonna work out. And I had a moment tonight where I kind of relaxed because I thought about something I haven't thought about in a long time.
What's that?
Miss Robinson, my kindergarten teacher, man, I'll never forget this, man. She looked at me, you know, she's this tall, statuesque black woman. She says to me, Mr. Woodson? Repeat after me. I will go to college, and become the President of the United States. And become the President of the United States.